We're going to see a pet psychic today. I've never really heard of a pet psychic. Will you describe what she does?
She basically visits with people. She gets a reading on their pet. People go in with specific questions and ask her. We've heard today that she's very spot on as to what their questions have been answered, and she's known things that they didn't tell her. So it's been really amazing to hear the comments that people have had.
Hi, I'm Chris Dallin with A Long Way Home. We understand that here at Quail Veterinary Hospital that a pet psychic visits once in a while. She's here today. We're going to go in and talk to her. Jennafer Martin sees images in her head and can tell you what your pet's thinking, what their history is, and maybe what they think about you. Come on in and let's check it out on your long way home.
Gorgeous. Hi. How old is Millie?
Mouse. Millie is 9.
Did you say Millie Mouse?
Millie Mouse.
So
every dog needs a middle
Oh my
name.
gosh, that's so
Needs a
cute.
middle name. That's Millie
Hello,
Mouse.
Miss Millie. Hi.
How does one go into being a pet psychic?
Well, that's a really good question. Actually, it was almost by accident, if that makes sense. I as long as I can remember, like maybe from like 13 or 14, I have been able to understand things that animals feel really easily. And it just happened that like friends and family would just call me up and be like, my cat is sick. Do I need to take him to the vet, or is he just mad at me, or that kind of thing. And then they would tell their friends and family to call me, and then they would tell their friends. And so I was like, one day I was like, maybe I should think about doing this for a living. And I was also doing psychic readings for humans at the time too. So I just thought, well, maybe I'll include that in my offerings. And it's just so fun though. Animals are very open, so they tend to be easier to read than humans because they don't really hide much. But that's pretty much it. I almost fell into it, for lack of a better way to say it.
Oh my gosh, she's so fun. Has she been with you a long time or
No.
recently? Okay. She's you're doing such a good job of kind of giving her some security and some consistency, because her past is very inconsistent, and so sometimes, and she's very sensitive, so sometimes she just wants to do a good job, and if she has consistency, it helps her know what's expected of her, and it helps her feel like she can relax a little bit and like just be okay and just to be herself.
It just happens for you, or is it a skill that you hone?
Oh, I think it's probably somewhere in between. So I think everybody has intuition. I mean, when you meet somebody for the first time, you get like a good feeling or maybe a creepy feeling, depending on the person and the energy. And I just sort of trust those first instincts. But also, animals tend to talk in mental pictures. So I tend to get like pictures in my mind's eye of things that they like or they don't like, or places they've been, or sometimes if we're talking about other animals they interact with, like I can get a picture of the height of that animal from that animal's perspective. Just kind of depends on what they want to show me.
So many animals come here and they are here to protect us, and other animals are here to just keep us company, that kind of thing. She is definitely here to be adored. That's kind of her, MO. And she hasn't always had that. She's sort of been considered the dog in past families, and in your family she's just a member of the family, and that makes her happy. Not just only that, but she loves that you compliment her all the time, because she likes to be told that she's pretty or she's cute or that kind of thing, for sure. Like she's like high on that when she gets it. Oh, gorgeous.
If someone says, oh geez, I don't believe in that kind of thing, what's your answer to them?
Oh, well, they don't have to. I'm not here to like convert anyone, if that makes sense. But I think then trying it is always a good idea, because I think it kind of surprises people what I can pick up on. And it really surprises people what their animals are open to telling me at the same time. But I think if you understand your animal's thoughts and feelings, then you can better care for them. And most people who really care about their pets want them to be happy. And that's one of the main questions you can ask me, is if your pet is happy, that kind of thing. So, or how they feel about things that are going on in their house, or if you just had a change, like you moved or you added another pet, or you just had a baby, or things like that. How is my pet doing? How's my pet adjusting? And I think most people that want their pets to be happy, like, they'll give it a little bit of a try.
They're kind of therapists for us too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think a lot of animals come here to help us heal, to help us feel better, just to cheer us up, just to crack us up, whatever. They're absolutely here for purposes.
She's definitely like a bit of an old soul, for lack of a better way to say it, and she hasn't really been a pet, if that makes sense. So if she's having some trouble playing, if she's having like trouble, if there's like toys aren't that exciting for her, that kind of thing, it's really partially because she's much more about the people than she is about being a dog, and partially because she thinks she's more of like a short furry person than a dog. And also just she would rather, like, her idea of relaxing is really just relaxing versus playing. She's much happier cuddling and being adored. Huh, cutie? Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Do you ever get the feeling like a pet walks in and you say to yourself, "Oh my gosh, this guy's a thug," or this sister's a princess?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, sometimes when I'm kind of feeling out the energy, I get a picture in my mind of either someone I know or another pet I know, or sometimes a fictional character. So earlier today, I was doing a reading for a dog, and I got a picture in my head of Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, and I was like, this is a lovable curmudgeon dog. You know, so yeah, absolutely, I get different kinds of comparisons in my head. That's the right way to say it.
She likes that you talk to her like a person, if that makes sense. Like, she just likes it. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? But there's people over there that might pay attention to me.
Oh, it's a vet office too.
That's true. We don't want an
Being
exam.
a vet's office
We're not going to
doesn't
examine you. I promise.
Tell me what you specialize in.
The clinic, we specialize in seeing dogs and cats. Our vet is especially gifted at dermatology and reproductive services. We love dogs, cats, puppies, kittens. We love them all.
One of the things that the clinic is famous for, at least I think, is the great messages that you have out on your signs. So tell us about your messages and maybe some of the examples.
Okay, so we love to come up with good signs, as you've probably seen. We do treating pets of all color equally. We do that one for Martin Luther King Day.
Father's Day special?
Father's Day special. The Testicle Festival, and a 15% off neuters for Father's Day.
Do you have pets at home?
Yes, I have parrots.
You have parrots. So how do you choose a parrot when you go to the pet store?
Oh, that's a great question. You really don't. They choose you.
That's fair. How so?
Parrots are incredibly picky about who they like and who they don't like. And so, like, one of my parrots came to me because I happened to walk by and I noticed that he was stressed out, so I stopped and petted him and talked to him for a little bit. And then I walked away and he said, "Hey, darling." And I was like, "Oh, come on." So I was a little smitten then, and I decided to make a little room for him. But yeah, parrots are very picky, actually.
She's very self-possessed though. She knows what she likes, she knows what she doesn't like, and she's got a little bit of like little old lady energy. Like she would be one of those humans that would like sit on the front porch and criticize people as they walk by, and she'd be super happy about it. Like, you need to pull up your pants. You need to get a haircut. Like everyone is entitled to her opinion. Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
It's funny because a lot of times our pets kind of mirror our behavior, and they shed a light on things that we're dealing with too. If animals are really sensitive, they usually have a really sensitive human counterpart. Or if there are certain things that you have quirks about, sometimes your animals will have quirks about them too. So they can shed a lot of light on our behavior as well. And sometimes, frankly, they just take a lot of cues from us. So if you're like a little bit nervous handling your dog, then your dog might pick that up and think, oh, maybe I need to be nervous, things like that. So sometimes talking to the person is just as important as talking to the animal, or helping the person know how to deal with the animal or how to mirror the behavior that they want, or be an example of the behavior that they want to see, is part of the process as well.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say, Heather?
I just love my job. I love seeing everybody's pets, and I love meeting new people and new pets.
Have you ever had an experience like, okay, listen, Missy, you've got to get out of the house because Rufus wants to kill you?
Not so far. Holy cow, that would not be good. No. I have had a couple of animals tell me things they really don't like, and like in no uncertain terms, can we please just get rid of this? And sometimes it's the cat, or or in one case, I did a reading for a dog who kept showing me something orange and fuzzy, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. And when I kind of confirmed it with the family, it was a Halloween costume that she just hated. So sometimes I think they tell us, what they definitely don't like, but I haven't really had any, murderous animals, at least not so far.
Anything else? No?
I don't know.
How about you, Miss Millie? Anything else?
Anything you want to tell me?
She's like, are we done? Because, I've been here, done this now, so I'm ready to go. Okay.
That's what she's saying.
Nice to meet you. Have a fabulous day. Nice to meet you, too.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
I'm totally a dog person. I've always had a dog. I could never really connect with a cat. I tried.
That's okay.
So is there something wrong with me?
Oh, absolutely not. That's why they say there are two kinds of people, right? Cat people and dog people. Or in my case, parrot people too. But I think that's okay. That just means the cat people will gravitate to the cats and the dog people will gravitate to the dogs, and it's all good. I think it's fun, though, to look at what we get out of that relationship and why it does work for us, as much as why relationships with other animals don't work for us.
How does someone find you? Do you have a phone number, a website, anything like that, if someone wanted to visit with you, or do they come here?
Oh, yes. I have a website. It's just called Pet Insights by Jennafer, and I'm also on Facebook as PSYCHIC Jennafer Martin. So you can connect with me either way.
What are your thoughts on Bill there?
Well, Bill is definitely not a pet, but he is very funny and very kind, but he likes to kind of feel things out before he jumps in, if that makes sense. He likes to do it on his own terms. Is that true? Would you say?
No, that makes sense. Anything you're picking up here with this weirdo at all?
Let's see. No, just that you just need to make sure that you're balancing your work life and your fun. You need a little bit more shot of fun in your life. Not because you're boring, but just to balance things out, if that makes sense.
That's pretty much spot on. So that's good. Well, it's so nice to meet you, Jennafer.
Thank you.
You
Very
for
nice to
taking
meet
the
you,
time, and thanks for your willingness. I'm sure that you're like, what a TV show wants to talk to me
Totally happy
and stuff like that.
Totally happy to raise awareness.
All right. Well, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Nice
to meet
you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you too.
What an interesting interview with Jennafer Martin, pet psychic. I didn't know it was going to be quite like that. As a matter of fact, I kind of thought that thing was kind of hoo-ha, but a lot of people swear by it, and every pet owner that has come in today has said that she's spot on. So check it out. Maybe keep your mind open as you check out unique people and places here in northern Utah on your long way home.